All right, so we're here with Doug and Sarah, and they got a new book coming out. It's called Life After Cars. This one's kind of a two-parter. I'm gonna give, I guess, the sort of easier part of the question to you, Doug.
Sure.
There's two types of people in this world, two types of readers, right? There's people that are already in the choir that understand this stuff, and new readers.
Yep.
Why should new readers that don't know anything about cars or life after cars or the premise buy this book?
Well, we really wrote the book for both of those audiences, and it was sort of a trick to pull it off, and I think we did. But for the people who are new to this issue, you know, cars are this like unseen issue in our lives, and yet they're so dominant. They influence everything about how you live your life, even if you don't drive. Where you can walk, where you can bike, and if you do drive, you know, your finances, your health, everything, your interaction with your neighbors. So there hasn't really been a book that has introduced this concept of like, wait a minute, we have to tackle the issue of cars as this dominant cultural, political, environmental force in our lives. And you know, we're not hoping that when you read the book, if you're new to this, you're gonna slam it shut at the end and throw your keys down the toilet.
Right.
Like that's it, I'm getting rid of my car.
Yeah.
But we do want you to read this book if you're new to this and say like, okay, I understand why my city's putting a bike lane on my street, or you know, they're investing in bus rapid transit. Like this is the way the future is headed, and okay, I get it, I'm on board.
Gotcha. Now, Sarah.
Yeah.
The harder part.
Okay.
Somebody that's already pretty well versed in these issues, that's been following you guys, maybe listens to all your episodes. Why should they buy a book that they've already heard many times?
Well, you know, first of all, there's a lot in this book that they may not have heard. There's stuff in this book that surprised me when I was researching it, even though I've been covering these issues as a journalist for 20 years. And it's all in one place, and I think that it will help people make the arguments that they want to make in their communities to improve their communities and get closer to a life after cars. It's going to be like a tool that you can use.
We're here in Brooklyn Bridge Park, and it's beautiful, but we can still sort of hear the cars, obviously. Yeah. In an ideal world, if you guys were like God kings, what would this look like? What would Brooklyn look like?
I mean, I think we have great examples from around the world. Of course, everyone points to Amsterdam and Copenhagen, but there are other Dutch cities and other Danish cities. We go to Ghent in Belgium in the book, and we talk about how they instituted a traffic circulation plan that drastically reduced the number of cars cutting through the city. There are still cars, you know, there's service vehicles, sanitation vehicles, emergency vehicles, taxis, but our kind of grand vision is that the car stops being the default, and that you, as a resident of a small town or a big city and everything in between, have options, and that you don't have to become, you know, the word tyranny is right there in the title of the book, freeing ourselves from the tyranny of the automobile, that you're not like building your whole life around the care and feeding of an automobile.
Yeah.
And you know, I have a Metro card or an Omni card. I have a bicycle. I have my own 2 feet. I have a lot of freedom, and that is an incredibly liberating thing. That's sort of the grand vision, is like a freer, healthier, happier life, where you have options and that you can use a car every now and then.